Welcome everyone to week number 8. Can you believe it? This is the last week of our term of Biology 120, and then you'll be finished moving on to new courses, or maybe you'll have earned your degree by now. So let's see what we've got going on this week. Last week you learned about ecosystems. Quite a few of you did the optional discussion board on eutrophication of Lake Erie, so I very much appreciate that. But ecosystems are environments, particular environments, that host a whole community of organisms, and a community is all the different species that live together in a particular place, in an environment, and how they interact with each other, and how they interact with that environment, the climate, the soil, the temperature, etc. So ecosystems are really important in environmental science. I hope that you did learn something from last week, and of course from the weeks before. This week, you're going to read chapter 45, which is on population ecology. We're backing up just a little step from ecosystems to populations. So a population is members of the same species that live together in a particular time and location. So why would you study populations? I'll give you an example. Our Department of Natural Resources here in South Carolina studies the population of deer, turkeys, coyotes. Coyotes are pests, of course. What else? Feral hogs. Oh my goodness, such a huge problem in South Carolina. Endangered species like bald eagles. We study dolphins. We study the turtles, those that are threatened, sea turtles, those that are threatened and endangered that live along our coast. A particular species of endangered land tortoises, the gopher tortoise. They study all different populations of animals, and they study some plants too, to manage them better, to help bring those animals and plants back from the brink of extinction that are going extinct, and also to manage populations such as deer population that can overrun whole neighborhoods and forest areas, etc. And so we have hunting regulations about them. So that's one way that we study population. Well, this week we are studying the human population, which is very interesting. All right, read the Module 8 overview and watch the video. This is an amazing video on the human population. How it has started out on the planet, where it started, how it has spread throughout the continents over time. You can stop the little animation at different places if you want to. And it gives you also a projection as to where it's going in the near future. It is just amazing. I want you to pay particular attention to a couple of time periods around the 1300s and the 1600s. That's when we had huge outbreaks of the plague, or the bubonic plague, or the Black Death. It's called quite a few things. It's caused by a species of bacteria called Yersinia pestis, and it is still in the world today, but it wiped out huge portions of the population during those two time periods. So take a look at the map during those two times to see what happened. You only have one journal entry this week, no discussion boards, no final project because you've gotten that finished. But you have a journal entry this week on exponential growth, and that's where the population just explodes. 2 become 4, 4 become 8, 8 becomes 16, 32, 64, 128. You can see where that's going. So can populations continue exponential growth? And you can bet that the answer is no, because how in the world could any population do that? And that includes something as tiny as bacteria. No, they can't do this either. Why? Because they run out of food, they run out of space, they build up too many wastes. Is that going to be true for the human population? Well, we're going to see in the next years. We're going to see. You're also going to review the meaning of the map and what those little dots mean on the map. And you're going to write about what you think the consequences are of the human population reaching 9 billion by the year 2050. That's what is projected now, and literally that is right around the corner. So what do you think the consequences are going to be of the human population reaching this number? Are we going to have to change our behaviors? Does this mean more war? Does this mean more disease? I mean, just think about what has happened in the last 2 years with COVID. Quite a number of people, millions by now, have died from COVID. And, that affects the human population. Why has that happened? Because there are so many people living on this planet in such close contact with each other. Is that going to happen again? Could it happen again? Is food going to run out? Are we going to make too many pollutants to keep our water, air, and soil clean? We'll see. And this is for you to discuss in these consequences. So I'm looking forward to those journal entries. Final thoughts and tasks. I wish you all the best in your upcoming careers, because I know that you're all going to earn your degrees at SNHU. So I wish you the best with that. And in the meantime, at the end of this course, I would like for you to do one thing for me, and that is the course evaluation. You see I have it in big letters here, because that helps me grow as an instructor, your suggestions, but it also helps my team lead know how I'm doing as an instructor. It also helps the course. So if you have any comments about anything that you would like to see done differently in the course, please put your comments in that course evaluation, because that helps us to change our courses. One last word. The last day to turn in everything is Sunday, August the 22nd at 11:59 p.m. That is this coming Sunday. Everything has to be in. You can't put anything in after that time. The course closes to you, so you cannot add anything. You can't ask me to do it either, because I can't. All I can do is grade. So make sure you hit that deadline. There's nothing that I can do about it if you don't. So just realize that. Please get everything in by this Sunday before midnight. And that being said, I've enjoyed my time being your instructor. I hope that you have learned a lot of biology, and I think that you have, because a lot of people said that they had changed their views about genetics by looking at that epigenetics video. That's an awesome video, because it explains to you how epigenetics works. And we had that nature-nurture, issue and discussion going on, which was really cool. So I hope that you learned a lot, and I hope that you go on and do what you want to do and find great careers, especially all of you in environmental science, because there are lots of things to be done out there for the environment to help us survive and live, even if we reach that 9 billion humans on the planet mark. So thank you so much for being my students, and I hope that you have a great rest of the summer and into the fall. It's getting a little bit crisp here in the air, so I hope it does for you too. And as always, have a wonderful weekend. If you need anything, you know how to reach me, m.sigmon@snhu.edu. Have a great week.